We're live. Good morning, and thank you for joining us for our first virtual MegaGenesis, but of course, this is our 15th annual event, something that we have been proud to bring to the Chatham County area, as well as all of our surrounding communities. We ask that, throughout the day that you tune in, you encourage your friends, family members, anyone else that you know that should have this great college information and career information. Please encourage them to join us. Make sure that you let us know that you're here. You can take a picture of you interacting and post it on our Instagram page or our Facebook page to let us know that you're here. We also have prizes that we will be giving throughout the day for those who are attending. We're also going to post right now in our chat the sign in for today's sessions. Please make sure that you sign in, because that is how you will have an opportunity to win our grand prizes. But you can only do that if you sign in. And also it's a way for our colleges and as well as our career presenters to connect with you after this event. So again, thank you for joining us. We hope you stay with us throughout the day. And please make sure that you let someone else know that MegaGenesis 15, we're still here and we're ready to provide you with all of the information that we have throughout the years. I'm going to turn it over to our presenters now. They're going to introduce themselves and give a quick fact about their institution or the organization that they represent. We're going to go ahead and get started with Mr. Bishop, and then we'll move from there, University of Alabama, then USCB and Payne, and then close out with Officer Williams from the Jacksonville Corrections Department. Thank you.
Good morning. My name is Chase Bishop. I'm representing St. Leo University. To give you a quick fact that I think would be interesting, St. Leo University, our main campus in Leo, Florida, is the first and only distribution of the COVID-19 vaccine outside of a teaching hospital university. So our big goal and one of our missions is the value of community. So that kind of goes with what our goals are for this upcoming year. That's a quick fact for us.
Good morning, everyone. My name is Tammy McLean from the University of Alabama. I hope everyone's doing well. We are located in Tuscaloosa, Alabama. Quick fact for us, although we are obviously known for football, unfortunately, Nick Saban has a lot to catch up on because we actually have more national championships. We sit at 21 national championships as far as our speech and debate team as compared to our football team. So not only are we known for athletics, but we are also known for academics. So super proud of that. And I'm so excited to be with you this morning.
Good morning, all. My name is Victoria. I am a college admissions representative for the University of South Carolina, Beaufort. A fun fact about us is actually a lot of our students get graduate level research experience as undergrads. I know for our marine science major itself, they do have the opportunity to go and tag great white sharks off the coast of Hilton Head Island, which is around where we're located. And so if you see those sharks that you can follow on Facebook and stuff, actually some of those were tagged by our students.
Okay, Mr. Hammer.
Good afternoon. This is Mr. Hamer from Payne College in Augusta, Georgia. One fun fact about us is we are located at the home of the Augusta Nationals, the #1 golf tournament in the world. We are highlighting Lee Elder, one of the first African-American golfers in the history to win a tournament. Our admission requirements are 2.25. There are no tests that are required at this time. One of our best majors is our general psychology major. We do produce a lot of general psychology or psychology graduates from our program that go on to a lot of graduate programs in some local areas.
Okay, thank you. And Officer Williams.
Hello, my name is Officer Williams. I'm with the Jacksonville Sheriff's Office Recruiting Unit. And a fun fact about our agency, we are actually one of the largest agencies in the state of Florida. In addition to that, we are an accredited agency, which basically means that we have an outside team come in and certify that we're working well with the community and doing the things that we need to do as far as training, etc. We employ about 3,500 employees. It's about 2,000 sworn police, corrections, and civilian personnel.
All right, and thank you to everyone for joining us and for those facts. Can you go ahead now, and we'll go in the same order. Can you share with us your admissions requirements or your employment requirements? And as a matter of fact, let's just go in reverse order since Officer Williams is still here on my screen and was the last person. And then we'll just go in reverse order from there. Officer Williams?
Yes, so for high school kids who are wanting to join into the workforce right after high school, for us to be a corrections officer, you need to be 18 years of age and have a high school diploma with a valid driver's license. Notice I did not say a Florida driver's license, just a valid driver's license. With that said, if you go to our website at www.joinjso.com, our application is completely online and it's fully interactive. And what I mean by that is the more you do, the more we respond to you. Every time you complete a task online, you'll get an email or some type of notification that it's been completed. The process itself, we like to say it takes between about 3 months. But in all honesty, we can get that done a lot sooner than that, as long as the individual, hasn't moved around or basically does not have an extensive background. I have seen people get hired on in as little as 21 days from start to finish. So our website is the start, joinjso.com. You want to go there to fill out the application. Once you get that done, the steps, you'll be walked through the steps, and at some point you'll be assigned a recruiter, and then that recruiter will get you through the remaining processes. To talk about some of the benefits to our agency, like I said, we are one of the largest agencies. With that being said, we have a lot of opportunity for growth, and as far as different divisions, different things you can get into as a correction officer, there's 28 different things that you can do as an officer. You don't necessarily have to be just the officer that's kind of walking around checking in on some of the people who are there. I am a dual certified corrections officer. What that basically means is I have a police and a corrections certification. However, I'm a full-time recruiter. So even as a corrections officer, I am a full-time recruiter, and that's just one of those positions that you can get into. The starting pay, which is probably what everybody wants to know about. While you're in, we offer a paid academy. So if you are selected for hire, you will come into one of our paid academies. The starting pay for a correction officer while in the academy is $38,004. So while you're in the academy, you'll make $38,000. When you complete the academy, your pay goes up 5%, which takes you roughly to about $40,000 per year. And then once you get done with FTO and go to a 12-hour shift, your pay goes up to just over $42,000. A correction officer tops out with no other money involved, just for coming to work every day, putting on your pants and doing your job. A correction officer tops out at over $67,000. And if you make rank somewhere along those lines, it goes up 17% for making rank. And so the pay is phenomenal, especially for an 18-year-old coming out of high school.
All right, thank you. Some great facts there. Mr. Hamer with Payne, you gave us a little bit about your admissions requirements, and you said that there's no testing. Are there any other admissions requirements our students should be aware of?
Yes, ma'am. If you don't meet the initial admissions requirements, you can come in and do a 500-word essay. You have to submit two references as well from non-students or non-faculty to also gain admissions as well. And those are on the admission requirement other than the 2.25.
Okay, Ms. Dalton.
Yes, ma'am. So for the University of South Carolina Beaufort, our admissions requirements are that you have a 2.0 core GPA. So that's mainly looking at like your Englishes, your maths, all that type of thing. And then we are currently test optional for the 2021-2022 school year. Now, beyond that, so if you're a senior, you're test optional. Now, for the juniors, if there are any, we have not made a final decision yet for your year. So stay tuned. However, a nice thing about us is for this 3 closest counties in Georgia to us, so Chatham, Effingham, those stuff, we actually offer y'all in-state tuition. So you don't have to pay the out-of-state cost. So that saves you roughly about $10,000 when coming to us. And you still get the, you're kind of close to home, but you're still out of state, but you get the in-state tuition with us, which is really nice. But other than that, our application is very simple. You just fill out a few things. If you are interested in our honors program, there's no separate application. It's all condensed into one application. And then if you are interested in applying with us, we do have a fee waiver code, which would be USCB 21 for your seniors. We do also have a junior campus day coming up, but I can give that information to Ms. McGuire so she can share it with y'all. But yes.
All right, thank you. Ms. McLean?
Okay, so the University of Alabama, our admission requirements, we are rolling admissions first and foremost. So our application actually opens up in July. So for seniors, that opened up this past July. For upcoming seniors, expect as far as new admission requirements to take place this July, typically mid-July. But we are test optional. Students that do have test scores, if they've been able to test ACT or SAT, along with a GPA of 3.0 or higher, are eligible for academic merit scholarships. And typically that's really where we do get a lot of out-of-state students. Even though we are the flagship university for the state of Alabama, we are predominantly more out-of-state than in-state. We're about 60-40. So just in general, admission requirements, it's a $40 application fee. We are not on Common App, so you will have to go online to gobama.ua.edu to apply. And then we will also take the NACAC fee waiver, so your counselor can send that to us as well, which will also cover your application fee, your freshman enrollment deposit, as well as your housing deposit. And then we make a decision within 2 weeks. Again, because we are test optional, it takes a couple of weeks for us to calculate core GPA, but after that, then you are admitted. It does not mean that you have to commit to Alabama, but it definitely gets the process rolling. And so as Victoria said earlier, for our incoming class of fall 2022, those new admission requirements will come out mid-July, but typically it's going to be pretty standard. I am very hopeful that we're going to be on Common App, which that has been highly requested. So we are looking forward to that as well.
All right, and Mr. Bishop.
At St. Leo University, you have a great opportunity to have some distance learning. We have an online division. We have a campus here in Savannah, and then our main campus in Leo, Florida, as I talked about earlier. Admissions requirements, an official high school transcript, along with a letter from your guidance counselor, is all that we would require. The application, you can find that at www.stleo.edu. I think that's pretty straightforward, easy. I made mine simple.
Well, thank you so much for that. What I wanted to ask next is, some of you have highlighted some of the majors, some of the unknown facts, but are there just any like lesser known majors that, our audience, they may not think that, are options there with your institution that you would like to share? Mr. Bishop, you can go first.
Sure. St. Leo University is a private Catholic university, so we focus a lot on your liberal arts programs. One of our main programs that we have a lot of incoming students from graduating high school is our elementary education programs. Others, human services, going back to Officer Williams, another big program is our criminal justice program. We actually have a lot of corrections officers that come back to school, probably one of the credentials that would get you higher pay, and finish up their bachelor's programs. That's a highlight few of our programs.
And if you don't mind me saying so, I can vouch for that because I'm actually a St. Leo alumni. I graduated from St. Leo in 2014. I had already started my career as a correction officer, but I wanted that police certification in case I wanted to transfer over. And at that time, you had to have a bachelor's degree in order to do it. So I actually went through St. Leo while being in the military and while working for JSO, and got the criminal justice degree with a certification in Homeland Security.
That's great. Actually, and audience, that was just by coincidence. We did not plan it that way, but you know, all things work together. So we are so grateful. That's a great fact. From Ms. McLean, any other lesser known, perhaps majors or fields?
Sure. So the University of Alabama, we have 12 different colleges on our campus. Our largest college is the College of Arts and Sciences, which also houses our pre-health medical track programs. But that's the majority of where our students really lie. Outside of that, it's going to be the College of Commerce and Business. That's our second most popular major. And then our fastest growing is going to be the College of Engineering. But we too have education, which is really strong, but definitely arts and sciences is a highlight. Pre-law program is definitely very strong, top 25 in the nation, as well as our nursing program. So I think there's really something for everyone, but those are just a highlight of the offerings that we have at UA.
All right, Ms. Dalton at USCB.
Yes, ma'am. So in regards to USCB, I actually was a former student. I just graduated a little over a year and a half ago. And we have a bunch of different majors. It's a nice, healthy mix. Our top ones are probably nursing, biology, and then elementary education, actually. We do have some certifications for high school add-ons for that, or secondary educations rather. And then some of our lesser known majors, if you could say that, is history, but that is a very strong community. It may be small, but they do a great job. We have visual art and design as well. Let's see what else. We have psychology, sociology. It's really a nice, healthy mix of everything. And then also what's really cool about USCB and the USC system in general really is that your degree actually says the University of South Carolina. So it comes with all the prestige and recognition of graduating from USCB as it does graduating from USC, the main campus in Columbia. So that's kind of a lesser known fact or tidbit about the USC system at schools. And so you can get that recognition even from graduating from USCB. So, but yes, ma'am.
All right, and Mr. Hamer with Payne College.
Yes, ma'am. Here we have a really good bio pre-med program. With that program, you come here, do your undergraduate degree for 4 years, or however long it takes you, get 126 credit hours. Then you have automatic admittance into Augusta University Medical Center, which is the Medical College of Georgia here in Augusta. They have about 10 to 15 different areas that you can branch off into in the medical field there. And that's one of our strongest programs and one of the best programs that we do have, and one of the best alliances that we have into the medical field.
All right. So, and we have about 5 to 10 minutes left here. Again, we want you to post your questions in the chat. You want to make sure you tune in because we do have gift cards that we are giving away throughout the day for you participating. So you got to sign in, And if you have a question, make sure that you post it in the chat so that you'll be able to be eligible for those gift cards, as well as our grand prizes, which include a laptop and a TV. So, definitely, especially in this virtual age, I'm sure that laptop will come in handy, and especially as you perhaps transition to one of the fine institutions here, or perhaps even with employment with the Jacksonville Corrections Office. So just to close us out here in the last few minutes, I would ask our presenters, is there anything that you did not get to share, or that any closing pieces that you want to share with our audience? We have been posting in our chat the links to their application pages. Again, when you sign in, you will also, we will email you that information, as well as any schools that are perhaps waiving application fees. But I want to give our guest here another opportunity to hit anything that they would like to make sure that our audience knows. And we'll start with St. Leo.
One thing I did want to add, going back a little bit to the criminal justice program, we are located on several of the military bases throughout the country as well. So for those high school seniors who are thinking about enlisting into the service, you would have the opportunity at many of the Air Force, Navy, military bases to earn your degree while you're in the military, and that comes, of course, at no charge. One little fun fact I wanted to add, because we just did this, we hosted the NBA Raptors team for their spring training recently at our main campus in Leo, Florida.
All right, that's cool. Ms. McLean with University of Alabama.
Yes, ma'am. So I would encourage students, whether you're seniors, juniors, or sophomores, the great thing about the college experience, obviously, is getting the opportunity to go visit. I think that's so important when you are exploring different colleges and trying to figure out, where home away from home is going to be. We do offer on-campus visits in person. Obviously, it's a very small group. It's tight-knit just due to COVID restrictions, but we encourage you to definitely come visit us. It's a great time to visit right now. I'm actually in Tuscaloosa. It's about 70 degrees. It's pretty nice, but I think that would definitely give you a good feel for the university and what we have to offer. But again, we offer tours throughout the entire year for you and your parents, so we'd love for you to come visit the University of Alabama.
All right, Ms. Dalton.
Yes, ma'am. So kind of what Miss Tammy said, I completely agree with the fact of going and visiting. If you can't visit us, we do actually have a virtual campus tour. If you just go to our website, uscb.edu, you can explore the campus yourself. It is actually an audio tour as well, so there's commentary throughout. In addition though, that is how you could see dorm rooms, because due to COVID restrictions, obviously we can't take you into the students' rooms. That's how we normally show our dorm rooms. But if you would like to do the virtual tour, you can see the dorm rooms. They are really nice. They're apartment style. Most of our students have their own bedrooms. You have 2 bathrooms. You share it with one other person. It's a full kitchen, living room type thing. So I would encourage you to, even if it's not us, if you can't visit a college in person, at least check out their website, see if they have a virtual walkthrough, because it really does help you make that decision in the end. And if you would like to come visit us, we do have a few upcoming campus days. So if you just go on our website and click schedule tour, that's how you can find those.
Okay, Officer Williams, you said there were a couple other things that high school students should know.
Yes, so I wanted to inform them about a few things that we run into when they are applying. I need them to take, for individuals who are wanting to go into law enforcement, it's not about what you do as an adult. Because you're so young coming into the workforce, we're also going to look at some of the items that you do as a juvenile. So if people are thinking that we're not going to go back to look at the things when they were 16, possibly 15 years old. That's not true. Because you're so young, we don't have a lot to go off of. So we have to go back into your juvenile years. So a couple of things that we come into to have a problem with: drug usage. Using marijuana, I know it's legal in some states and not legal in others, but when you come through the process, if you have a recent marijuana usage, that's not going to work for us. Okay. Also, tattoos sometimes become an issue. We have nothing against tattoos. You can be fully covered for the most part. However, you cannot have tattoos on your face, anywhere on your neck, to include behind your ears. So basically, we say from the collarbone up, you cannot have any tattoos, and you cannot have any tattoos below your wrist. So essentially, you cannot have tattoos on your hands. So nothing on your face, neck, or on your hands. And then the last one is social media. Social media tends to get people in trouble quite a bit. We are one of those agencies that, we go into your social media to see what's going on. So you cannot, have things on there threatening people or whatever the case may be. And I know, a lot of younger people get caught up in those things: drugs, tattoos, and social media. But aside from that, I just wanted to give them a couple of tips. And I know some of that even extends out to colleges with into certain aspects as far as social media, etc. So just start preparing yourself, especially if you know for sure that you're not ready to go to college right after high school. You want to start preparing yourself now for those type of things.
All right, some great points from all of our institutions and from all of our representatives here. I want to mention to you, we have posted in our chat, Payne College, they are waiving their fee. They have posted their information. We posted that in our chat for you to view. And I do appreciate, I know it was a very brief period of time, but I appreciate all of our representatives here. In the chat, we see that some people are saying great information. We want to remind you, please make sure that you sign in so that we will have your email address, which we are then going to also share with our college representatives and organizations that are here today. So again, on behalf of MegaGenesis, I want to thank you, our college and career presenters, for joining us here at 9:30 on a Saturday morning. We tried to keep it as close as possible to what we normally do, but I do appreciate all of you. We will be sharing this information throughout the day. And students and parents, please make sure that you continue to tune in. Thank you so much.